The first move we're going to make is on the pages. Speak to council. Starting with Nick Hirsch.
Jeffrey Lewis. Minister Lawrence Evans.
To the Honorable City Council President, Diego, to the City Chairperson here, and also the wonderful city staff. My name is Minister Lorenzo Evans. I live at 219-221 Hamilton Street. To my councilman, Adam C. McFadden, I just want him to know that there are no candidates running that have not been to city council. And I'd like him to inform his colleagues in the media that the candidates running are more than qualified to sit on city council. We as citizens have the right to have people representing us. If we, the citizens, want 50 candidates participating in the process of government, nothing is wrong with that. It's called democracy. Also, how about those of the candidates that we help to put on the ballot to run? And so the candidates that we work for and work with need Councilman City McFadden's help. Also, I've been a little confused. I know City Council has been concerned about the Board of Education, but I think you should be concerned about the Board of Election. They had me confused. I did not know that if I was, well, I would experience a flashback in the days of poll tax and literature text, or the coming of the Lord, with the Board of Election being the Lord. But do not worry, I did figure it out. When they put the first in the middle, you see, if the Lord was here, they would put the first last, not in the middle. So I realized that they're not there, that it was not an act of God, but an act of, if you can't win, simply change the rules of proper procedure. So my councilman, I'd like to let him know that he can help to correct this error by putting the first from the middle and put it back where it was. We need you to provide the leadership to let people know that we have a right to be represented. The issue is not qualification. The issue is that we must be represented by people in whom we have confidence, who we know can use qualified staff to carry out the legislative function, and who will see all citizens as part of the democratic process. My councilman and I and many others are looking for your help. We can ask the classical question. Back when the poll tax and literature test were used to fabricate reasons to justify stopping us from participating in the democratic process, the old question that many of our ancestors asked, are you the one we've been looking for? Or must we look for another? Be that one. You know that those who readily oppose our participation is not a question of qualification, but a question of who will get the power. Be the one. You know that by adhesive that have a strong community is the right to govern. Be the one. You know that for years people have used voting apparatus to keep us from power. You know that we have an agreement. Be the one. You still have a week to be the one. You are the political leader in the South District. And I'm asking and looking for you to be the one. Thank you.
Thank you.
City Clerk, I noticed that Mr. Lewis has come in the council chambers. You called his name, he just came in.
President Santiago and Councilwoman Conklin and members of the City Council and distinguished guests, I strongly believe that hate speech, as we heard a month to 2 months ago, is a contributing factor to the violence that afflicts our city. It also reflects a lack of self-awareness on the part of those who utter that kind of language. That, along with the so-called protests that we saw at the town meetings, endangers our democracy. Epithets such as, quote, retard, unquote, hurt innocent victims and they diminish us all as well. They inflict terrible emotional pain on the community of which I am a part, the disabled community. I believe a great definition of hate speech is Supreme Court Justice Frank Murphy's fighting words doctrine expressed in 1942. Still, many Americans argue for speech codes as a way of limiting hateful expression. During the 1980s and 1990s, many college campuses passed these regulations as a way of protecting historically underrepresented groups. To support their position, they invoked the fighting words doctrine articulated by Justice Frank Murphy's unanimous opinion in Chaplinski versus New Hampshire, 1942. Murphy defined fighting words as those that neither contributed to the expression of ideas nor possessed any social value in the search for truth and that incited immediate violent response. Murphy F. 1942. I grew up in the 1960s and I attended Brighton and Pittsburgh schools. I experienced hate speech, form of mocking and beating up because I was different. I am a doctoral student at Walton University in public policy and public administration. I have public policy recommendations to make, which I believe will begin to reverse the destructive process this frequently encourages. First, I believe that the Rochester City Council must encourage our schools and community groups to adopt the Teaching Tolerance program that is used by the Southern Poverty Law Center. They are located in Montgomery, Alabama, and their website is http://www.splcenter.org. And this program can be downloaded online for free. Second, I believe that the Rochester City Council should adopt a resolution that encourages person-first language. A great example is a person of